So guys, today is going to be a busy one because we want to do the Infra-Knife Accelerator test. Unfortunately, I'm actually missing one of the blueprints. If we look in here, sure dang it, Starship, you crazy Murph. If we look in this, the only one I'm missing is the coolant theta. I've got all the other ones, so yeah, that's what we've got to actually find today, as well as looking, well, we've got to gather 100 carbon, 860 thallium, 400 iron, 200 platinum, 400 chrysonite, 100 aluminium, 50 copper, 200 nickel, 120 iridium, 100 Omegon, 10 Gravitino Balls, 3 Vortex Cubes, and 3-dimensional metrics. And yeah, so that's what we need to build the full Infra-Knife Accelerator, like, setup. And I knew all this with ease thanks to my brand new tool released this Monday, the Technology Planner Calculator Thingamadoo on Zainesworld.com. So if you go to Zainesworld.com/NMS Tech Calc, it will take you to a calculator which has every bit of tech except for exocraft. So it's like multi-tool, starship, exosuit freighter. It's got every single bit of tech you can possibly get from them, including the limited edition photonics cores and stuff. And basically, just plan your build, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to gather. And it works fully with Ket's layout editor, so you can just work it out on Ket's layout editor, and then paste the URL from that into the calculator, and it'll tell you everything and do it automatically for you. So yeah, check it out, folks. It's rather useful for anyone who's doing any kind of build, really, because I know the pain of looking over every blueprint I've got to build and noting down all the things, and it can take like an hour if you're doing a full build like you do with this, pretty much. So yeah, check it out, folks. So first, I'm going to sell the stuff that I've got in here just so I've got some space, and then I'll actually probably move to the hauler and start looking. So I'm not going to bother looking for any of the items just yet because it'll just fill my inventory, and yeah, I'll end up losing track of certain things, so I'll need to use iron and blah blah. So I just popped in my hauler, and let's check this out. Got some iron, got some warp cells. Haven't got that many warp cells, but I've got enough to go to a few at least. So yeah, I think we'll speed through this because we don't want to just show every last bit. We'll just show anything interesting. So let's whack these in and start our search for Gex systems. Oh, that's a close one. Coolant Tau. It's also got damage SIG and the coolant SIG. So it's got quite a few Infra-Knife here. I thought that was interesting. Anywho, onward and upward. Here's an interesting one. Got coolant Tau, damage Tau, and fire rate Tau all in one. But no theta. Son of a bitch. You know the thing is, you know I've run across it before. Holy crap! That did not take long at all. That's amazing. Here's the accelerator coolant theta. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so happy about that. That's great. Received, baby. Oh yeah, is there anything else cool here? Obviously the economy scanner, but that's such a really common one. Infra-Knife Accelerator main base unit, but you can actually get that from the base missions nowadays. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm happy about that. Awesome. Let's get the coordinates for this system, just in case anyone else needs it. I've actually been thinking about this recently, that I've actually warped a lot in search of things. So let's have a look exactly how much I've warped. And yeah, 424 times. It's actually a little less than I expected. Is there anyone else who's warped more times than that? Let me know how many times you've warped in the comments. I think Dark Lord has warped more than me. Unsure about other folk though. So yeah, I'm really curious how what the sort of average is. So if you've warped less or more than that, just let me know. Well, if you can, I'd be interested to find out. Right, what's this planet? May as well go down to one worth looking at. It's an isotopic. I mean, they can be cool, especially when there's water. That does look like there's water as well. That could be clouds. Planetary anomaly, not particularly interesting. I didn't see how many planets were in the system. Okay, there's one there. Arid, no, bother with that. Oh, here's one. Okay, it's got some greens, probably fungal though. That's just an abandoned planet. So let's head down to this isotopic one and get the coordinates. Never know, it might be somewhat worth looking at. Although from space it doesn't look all that interesting. Okay, I thought this was going to be the light side. Okay, there is actually small patches of water. Okay, that could lead to interest. Oh, or there's not, and it's just funky coloured rock. It's fooled me. It has fooled me, folks. What's that? Oh, it's a depot. Yeah, when it comes to day, it's not interesting at all. Look kind of cool in some parts on night, but right, let's get those coordinates. For anyone who's interested, here are the coordinates here. So yeah, if you want the theta, just translate those to get a portal address. Obviously, it doesn't have the planetary number in it, but any calculators may generally default to the first planet, and that's all you need to get a custom waypoint to come and fly and get the theta. Obviously, it's near the galactic hub, so I wouldn't try it if you're too far away from there. Okay, there's some life about as well. That's kind of cool. This little porcupine thing. That's a fair few on this planet. I've made well over 1 million doing that, and completed some missions in the meantime. By the way, I will mention that for anyone who's thinking of coming to get this, the blueprints are different for the two platforms. So if you're on PS4, the theta won't be here, or is highly unlikely to be here. But if it's on PC, then it will definitely be here. Let's go and get all that stuff to build it then. Home sweet home. So before I head down to the planet and start using the portal and stuff to get certain things like Gravitino Balls you'll really need, I may as well figure out what I can get beforehand, just so I know the small things I need. So I need 100 carbon, 860 thamium. Obviously that's more than just this, 576, sorry, but I think I should be able to get the rest of my base. I need 400 iron, but I always need that for other things, so I'm just going to buy all of this. 200 platinum, 100 Omegon. Now annoyingly, I actually cleared out a load of my stuff here, and I actually found when I was looking through it that I did actually have 10 Vortex Cubes, and I think I sold them to make space because I thought I wouldn't need them there. How silly I was. I just need 3 more, so that's a little annoying. On the plus side, I need Aluminium. I'm going to call it from my inventory there. So I need 100 aluminium. I need 50 copper. I'm not going to bother taking this 16, it's pointless. I'm just going to farm a bunch. And then I've got some for later as well. I also need 200 nickel, which is on my planet, so that's going to be easy to get. And obviously it's pointless getting this 12. I need some 3 matrix, which I've already got. So I think I'll sell the extra maybe, because I really doubt I'm going to need them particularly soon. Okay, so now all I actually need is a little bit more thamium, 400 Chrysonite, which I can get from the space station. I need 50 copper, 200 nickel, 120 Iridium, 10 Gravitino Balls and 3 Vortex Cubes. Not the worst, to be honest. I must admit, I actually quite like the colours on this. It's yeah, I don't like the front of these ones, but might as well give it a scan, see what it is. It's an A class, and it looks like it's 47 or 48 slot. It's probably 48. 47, yeah, nice. It even comes with a full beam. Well, not full beam, but decent beam. Yeah, it's actually a pretty decent ship. I'm tempted to wait for the S class of this. It's just that nose I don't like, but I love the colour scheme on this with the white, the gold and the red. If anyone's interested, by the way, this is in my home system, so it's in Hub 9. The address is always, the portal address to get here is always in the description. Obviously please don't claim to jump to the portal here because it'll overwrite my base, but if you're near the hub, or if you wanted to do the claims thing outside of the hub or to the hub port system, you're welcome to come and try and get that ship if you want it. Holy crap! I scanned 5 creatures and it gave me 207 nanites. That's nice. I've been picking up missions when I go to space stations recently because my permanent save is far further than this one is for as far as reputation with the guilds and stuff. So I've been doing a lot more missions in it, and I got a low-level pirate one that gives nanite clusters. So I thought, why not? Be fun. Let's what shall we use? I'm thinking Cyclone Ballista, just because I think we can one-shot him if we creep up behind him first. Right, here we go. Is he going to shoot? Okay, shooting right at me. Yeah, one-shotted. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that is beautiful. That's the easiest nanite clusters you could ever make. My goodness. Oh, that's wonderful. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. Let's see how many it gave. Okay, here's a moment of truth. How many did it give? 72. Yeah, easiest nanite cluster I've ever made. I did that for fun. Okay, here's a 48 slot version of that A-class. Okay, so before I forget, I may as well run and get that nickel that is on my planet. I don't like doing it too close to the portal, but if anyone wants nickel, there's some like right there. So that's nice and close. There's also Emeril here, but don't need Emeril today. And here's a bunch more. There's loads of it. God, I love this multi-tool. Let's destroy the entire thing without overheating. Right, so I just got way more than I needed there, but I thought I may as well store some. Now I just need to head to Zeph 013's base on the No Man's Sky Farmers Market, the Okean Outpost specifically, and yeah, it has 10 or more Gravitino Balls. So I need 10 so I can just do one trip, and I've got them. Thank you again, Zeph. Awesome base you have here. Job done. Onto the Vortex Cubes. Okay, so now we've used the Farmers Market, which can be found on xaineworld.com/NMS Farmers Market. We're now going to use the rare resource list that I put together ages ago. It's basically a list that requires 2 glyphs for each portal address on it, and points you towards loads of different planets with different resources and such. So we need Vortex Cubes, and there's a planet on there with like 5 next to the base, next to the portal. And requires 2 glyphs. So let's head there. And it's the simplest address ever known. The rare resource list can be found at xaineworld.com/rare resources. It's almost like this video was made for pimping out my website. As you can see, this is a very well visited planet. It's just because of the simplicity of the address. It's just like, you know, 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. If anything, it's actually the 1 is unnecessary. It's unnecessary, so it's basically just 12 2s. Because the 1 would just default it to the first planet, which is the 2. And yeah, here we go, Vortex Cubes. You've got to be quick, of course. We need 3, and I have no interest in. Well, I suppose I should just store them here. Why not? Get the others. Oh, hello. Hello, buddy. Goodbye. At least I'll get some nanites. Oh, nice. Wonder what the dog will give me. There he is. Oh no! Virtual Matrix. So now all we need is some Iridium and copper, to be specific, 120 Iridium and 50 copper. Not much at all, but obviously we still got to go and find it. Now, for Iridium, that's super easy. For Iridium, Gold and Emeril, there's actually planets marked from the Stasis device farm build. So you should check that video out actually if you have not yet. It's the min-max version of farming. The greatness of this address is that it's just nice and simple. So 6, 8 2s, 1 2 1. And this planet, for me specifically, if you set out the if you set up the Stasis device list, then you're going to be more than set to get this Iridium in seconds. But if you haven't, it's still there, so it's like super quick to get. It's right by the gate, which is why I chose it. And here we go, as you can see I multitasked, so I've got my atmosphere harvesters full on all these. So, oh, I think I left the stove on. Who was that? Oh, Z-Hunt, nice, awesome Z-Hunt. Right, so yeah, if you just go right in front where the gate's pointing, then there's gold there. I beaconed the gold just so I'd be able to find it instantly as I came to the gate. And for me, then, you know, there's lots of these autonomous mining units all around it. Enough to get everything needed for like the Stasis device. And then the Iridium's here. There's also more gold. Oh, there's Iridium in two places. Iridium down there and Iridium here. I think I managed to get all the gold on the one. The Iridium wasn't so fortunate. But still a bunch here, more than we need. Each one of these gives 250, so not bad. May as well charge it. Oh, he looks mean, but he's not doing anything. There he is. You're going to die now. It's your own fault. Just emptying them, so I've got a supply back at the freighter. And more stuff's coming to kill me, so I think I'll leave. There are some nasties here, but the whole point of this particular planet was to be in and out really quickly, nice and close to base, nice and close to the portal, so why else would I put a nomad for such a short distance? No, the funny thing is, I didn't think about this, but when I delete the positron ejector stuff, I'm going to get a load of these resources anyway, so I probably didn't need anywhere near as much as this, but why not? Right, so we need copper, that's the last thing. So, and I want to get a little supply of this anyway, so I don't have to keep looking for a small amount of copper. And there's a planet in my system that has it, so may as well pop there, grab about 1,000 or so, and then I can store a bunch. And there's our planet, Cactus Flesh Emeril Copper. Let's do it. When it comes to copper, it's almost always in, pretty much always in the sort of concave. I think concave's the right one. I can never bloody remember which one's the one that protrudes. Basically, it's usually protruding from the surface, and it looks kind of like gold. So it's best for this to just look around till you find it in your ship. It'll be quicker, and then land once you found it, pretty much. And here we have some. That's copper. Right, so let's landaroo and pick it up. Okay, so I've cleared this one. I haven't picked up 1,000, but I picked up close to 1,000. Let's head to the freighter and build this. No, I didn't pick up that extra thallium I needed, so we may as well just run up and get that now, because by now it will have recharged its supply. Okay, time to build this bad boy. So first we've got to get rid of the positron ejector. Oh, this is going to hurt, because it hasn't even been there that long. For anyone wondering what it gives you back when you dismantle, it will give you half and it will round down. Whereas repairing will give you half, will cost half and round up. So if it's a warp reactor theta, which is here, that will dismantling will give you 1 dynamic resonator, 500 gold, 500 selenium. To repair it would cost 2 dynamic resonators, 500 gold, 500 selenium. That's because the build cost is 3 dynamic resonators, 1000 gold, 1000 selenium. So it's just interesting to know. Also, I can't be certain of this because I almost never have broken stuff, but if it's broken, I think it will still give you the same to dismantle, yet if you repair it, it won't change how much, so obviously if you're not going to keep it, just dismantle. Okay, so to build this I'll be using Ket's sort of Ket's layout, which he did some optimizer layouts and worked out the highest sort of damage per shot build and the highest DPS build, which works on rate of fire. And I'll be using the highest DPS build because this is a sort of machine gun type thing, so I think DPS is the more important one than damage per shot. That requires the base module here, coolant sigma here, damage tau here, fire rate sigma here, damage sigma here, fire rate theta here, fire rate tau here, damage theta here, cooldown theta here, and the coolant tau here. And that is built. That's our fully amped up Infra-Knife Accelerator. Let's give it a quick test. We're also going to put the rocket launcher here because I want to try that as well, just in case. So I think we'll that's our fully amped up Infra-Knife Accelerator there. So we got the rocket launcher as well. I think we haven't really got time for a full mega test of loads of different weapons, so I think we'll just shoot a single pirate with the Infra-Knife Accelerator, and then next week go a little more in depth. I think maybe next week we'll go for the Sentinels again. Infra-Knife Accelerator. Oh, that seems pretty cool. Now, what's it gonna take for a naughty pirate to try and jump me? Right, here we go. A mostly harmless attack ship. Okay. Oh, it's still 3 stars, so it's not nothing. Excellent. We'll wait for him to move a bit away from the planet because I don't want to... well, let's just go after him. I don't want to lose him, but it's not a... he's not ambushing me, so this could be okay. Oh, I did not miss that. Right. Let's go behind him, do the old trick of trailing, and then just obliterate him, potentially. I have no idea how this is going to act. Pretty much caught up. Okay, right. Let's take him out. That did less damage than I thought, although actually that's pretty good for the old flying and go. Also, it doesn't seem to want to overheat, which is good. Okay, I would say this is a pretty good dogfight weapon. I'm not massively impressed with its damage output, but like I said, we'll go much more in depth as we go into the next video. We'll go much more in depth in that, try a few different situations, as well as trying the rocket launcher out in a controlled environment in comparison with the others, and then we'll have a proper view of what the best weapons are. Awesome. Thanks for joining, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, it really helps. Maybe think about subscribing. And also think about checking out Patreon. $1 a month's a great way to support the channel and the work I do. Also, we have a website, xainesworld.com, which I've mentioned multiple times in this video. Oh yes, plugging like a beach. And we've got a Discord as well. So think about checking it out. And yeah. Join me next Friday where we will be testing out the Infra-Knife Accelerator a little more, as well as the rocket launcher, and come to some proper conclusions. And on Monday we've got another video coming out toward the sort of preparations and what you might want to do before next comes out. Other than that, streams all week, so catch you later, guys. Shadang it. What? Ooh, it's so fast.